but because we're wanting to close the top of this, it's okay, they can be tied. And slip stitch tends to move things together, like the stitches together, so be careful, like when you're doing other projects, when you're using a slip stitch, don't pull it too tight the way we're doing right now. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so we are at the end of the slip stitch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slip stitch at the back loop only, but go ahead and slip stitch at the back loop only, all around, don't skip any. Then the next round we're going to slip stitch too, but and on this round the stitches may be hard. If they become too hard for you to pull them up, you can use a smaller loop needle. So that's why these ones comes in handy, these two needles. One of them, you can use a tiny one, you can use this one, it doesn't matter, because we're closing down here. So see, like now it's hard. So when it's hard for you to do it, it's okay, you can go ahead and use the size 3 needle. So all you have to do is just help you pull up the needles, the back loops. See, it's even hard to do these ones. See, it's really hard. Alright, so when it's hard, there is something that I call pick up the stitch. So I can use this one to pick up the stitch, and by picking up, I mean you pick it up like this. That's what I call pick up the stitch. You use it to do that, but don't crochet with it. So that's what I call pick up the stitch on my patterns. So and then proceed all the way to the end of round. All right, so when you get to the end of round here, you need to be skipping. You skip, you slip stitch one, you skip, but I'm going to start skip, then I slip stitch the next, skip, slip stitch the next, and you do it on the back loop of the current one that we did already. So the one that we did, just go ahead and do it, and this will pull the work together a little bit more. So skip one, slip stitch next, skip, slip stitch next, and do this until everything comes so close together. As you can see, it's closing up. So you slip stitch here next, and also this may become a little bit harder for you to pick up the stitches. If it becomes harder, it's okay, you can go another needle size down, because it doesn't matter, we're trying to shrink it together, so that's fine, you can do that. All right, so you skip, slip stitch next, skip, slip stitch next. It's like on every other stitch you skip, and then skip here. And as you can see, it's becoming a little bit too tight, So that's why I say if it becomes tighter, you can use some needles down until you get everything picked up. All right, so on this round you don't need to skip anything, just slip stitch all the way around in every single stitch. And as you can see, it's becoming too tight to do it. So when it becomes too tight, it's okay, you can go ahead and needle size down so you can keep up with that. So that's what I mean when you move, you take the needles and you move the needles down, because we're making it a little bit tight and so squeezed in. As you can see, it's getting too tight, too close together. Alright, so as you can see, it's becoming too tight and too closed. So you can see, alright, so you can see that. And the purpose that I left this, I'm going to make a loop where you can use to, I chain this so I can make a loop so you can hang your bubble. So that's how basically it's gonna look like. But this one I'm gonna make it until I close it so you guys can have a look. So just go ahead and do the skip one, slip stitch on the next row, and then the following row you don't skip anything, so until it's all closed up. And then once you leave like about a few stitches, then we'll come back and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, all right guys, as you can see, it's all closed up. See, I didn't need to use any needle, the weaving needle. I haven't used it yet, so here it is, and that's how it looks like. So what I'm gonna do right now is also get enough thread of this color and cut it. So just go ahead and cut it, and I have to secure my ends really good. So for me to secure them, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same color right here. And the reason why I'm using green, it's because it matches the top part, so I don't want another thing sticking out that is gonna be making it look different. So just go ahead and make sure it's well secured at the top, and if nothing closed out good, make sure you close it all good. See, as you can see, you do that. All right, and then do that also. As you can see, it's all done. All right, one thing I need to point out, you can do the hook on this side, or if you choose, you can do it on the other side, like the top part of it. So, but this is how it's going to look like. And then make sure you take off your stuff from the inside, and then as you can see, it's gonna be like this. So that's why I was telling you, you don't need to weave in the yarns inside, because you know we're gonna cover the other top. So for now, that's how it looks like. and I choose to do my hook on this side, but if you want you can wait and then you do it at the top. So now you can do the chain stitch right here. And how I do my chain, there is a video on my YouTube. I show you how to do the chain using your hands, so if you want you can check it out. And this is how I do it. Just go ahead and do it like that. It's not tight enough. You can do it that way. Alright, so you guys, you can do the chain on, if you want you can use the needle, but most of the time I like to use my hands. I don't like to use the needle, so I'm going to do it that way. So you can go ahead and do however you want to do it, like that, until it's all done all the way up. So make the hook as long as you want, and then once you're done you sew it downward so you can make a loop. All right, and for now let me see. Alright, as you see, I think that's good enough for me. So you can go ahead and end it out here, and then make a knot. Like so. And then get your weaving yarn and then weave it in so you can make a knot. Okay, so let's do this now. Alright, so we have to fill in here. Apparently I don't think I have enough stuff. I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, you see, now you can fill in some stuff right there. Okay, and then when you come to do on this side, make sure you stick with the number of stitches, and you have to do 35, you know, no, I'm sorry, 16, 16 and 16. So now you're gonna start with the other color. As you can see, we finished up with the red one here. So what you can do, you can continue with the red one. The reason why I would like to do the, no, actually I'm gonna do the green one. I'm gonna do the green here, and then you gotta make sure the red doesn't come on the other side. You see, like here, the red and the red, you know. So what you're gonna do, make sure like here maybe you do with the green. So you gotta start with the white, red, then the green, or you can do white here, white here. You have to make sure this between here and here, this is a different color. So what I'm gonna make sure I have, let me see, I'm gonna make sure I have a green on this side. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure this is gonna be white right here. So I'm gonna use the white color. Okay, I'm gonna use the white color right here. So let me do it. I'm going to use the 3.75. So get my white color and do this. So so you start on this side right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna start right here. I'm gonna make sure I pick up some other stitches on the other side so it doesn't create a big hole. So like that. All right, there we go. So you can do this all the way. One, it's gonna be a little bit hard, but you know, just work through it until you finish. So on this round we're not decreasing anything, but the next round we may be decreasing, so we're gonna be decreasing, so you know, see, like that. So we're gonna do that, and as you can see, we're gonna maintain crocheting in between the stitches, okay, all the way to the end. This color looks the same at the bottom. Maybe we should have done a different color right here, probably. Let me see. So this is what we have to pay attention, like when you're doing this. So this is not the same color and this is not the same color. So I think the green should be good here. A green one and then the white one here. So let me see. So that's what we're gonna be paying attention to. So sorry guys when we're doing it. So let's make sure it's right and it's done right. See, like that. So okay, so make sure you secure this right so it doesn't come out. Right, so, and you may need to make sure it's all tucked in right, so because we don't want our bubble to come off. And I don't like to make knots on my work. I don't like knots at all. So all my work don't have knots. So I make sure I weave in this end as I go. And that's how I do my weaving as I go. So let's do this. And I think you guys have at least a grasp on how I do this. So just do it all the way to the end. See, you gotta do it over here. Right there, right there, and make sure you get the 16 stitches. That's all we need with this color, and then pick up the other color, also 16 stitches. And I hope guys you can see what I'm trying to do here. So see, I did it up to here, so let me see. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. All right, so let's do that way. 16 stitches. I may have done some kind of stitches a little bit not too wide. Alright, that's 16. So now we're gonna make sure I'm gonna go with the red so I can finish it with the white. So here I'm gonna go with the red and then make sure it sticks alright. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 16 already. Dear Lord, there's something I'm not doing right. Let me see, maybe I'm crocheting in every wrong stitches right here. So let me see, I did that one, I do that one, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, okay, 16. So this is white, and then now I get my last color, which is white, and then use it over, and then make sure you secure it right. Do that, do that. Secure it again. Make sure you make it so tight and really secure. Right, so that's how we do it, and go ahead and do that. Oops, you see, this is a mistake I did. I need to make sure I don't crochet underneath that one, because I'm gonna need it. See? Alright, sorry about that, guys. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 12, 13. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 2 more. That one and 1 more. Right here, we're gonna do it right there. All right, so as you can see now, we have the pattern going on now. We can just go ahead and continue over here, right there. The next one. Okay, so this is our first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can start decreasing. Okay, we can decrease this one, and then 1, we skip 1, then we extend single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we skip 1 and extend single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, and then see, we'll make sure this is all secured right, but I'm gonna secure this a little bit, but not too much, because I may need these threads laying in the inside, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna just secure it a little bit, so I don't have to worry about it coming out. See, like that. So now here it is. Alright, so now we pick up the other color and make sure you secure it. Keep on doing this all the way. You see this color sticking out, make sure it sticks to the inside. You don't want your work to be so messed up, so you make sure everything that is you're doing, it's sticking into the inside. All right, so two, 3, 4, skip 1. So you do this all the way. As you can see, it's gonna be inside now. Or you can do it all the way so it's all closed. Now repeat the way you repeated down here. After this round, extend single crochet two rows after this round. Once you get, let me get to the end and then I'll explain. And as you crochet, make sure you're making them a little bit closer, because on this row they may be a little bit wide and leaving up some spaces in between. So make sure you do it close together. 3, 1 more, and then skip 1 right here, and then pull up with the other. So on this round, then this round and the next one, don't skip anything. So on the third round you skip. So now you can follow what we did towards the last area right here, but at the end over here, don't leave any thread sticking out, because we don't need 2 threads sticking out on both ways. Okay, so guys, that was it, and it was been a pleasure working with Elizabeth from Bitsy Crochet. And I'm gonna be putting up some of my pattern. Once you learn this one, you will be able to do this, and you will be able to do that. See, this is a different color, and this is some of the patterns. And now this will be the end. See, this one, the one that we're working on, it will end up looking up like that one. See, so that's what it is. And you know, I do appreciate you guys watching my video. So, and I look forward working with Elizabeth in the near future, and I can show you some of my skills and some of my tutorials on how I do my stuff. I have a lot of stuff that I do cardigans, I do stockings, I can do about anything. I'm thinking of designing an amigurumi, so I may use this design to do it. So if you learn this pattern, I'm going to do one with the amigurumi, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So feel free to follow me on Bokeh Crochet in Ravelry. Like my stuff, if you need my patterns, just go ahead and buy them from Ravelry, or you can buy them from my Etsy shop. And you can follow up on my page where I have some other stuff that I put on that you can always buy, or you can refer a friend to buy them. So thank you so much, and I do appreciate everything, you know. And Elizabeth, thank you so much. Have a good day, guys.